Alrighty. Over there. Get everything set up. I am not dealing with AMR2. I don't get it. Why is it doing that? Stupid computer. Every time. Every time it does that. Alright, let's edit it. Oh. I want to know what's up with my mouse. Yeah. Something's up with it. It's been acting really weird lately. Not the game. Be a freaking pain. Come on. There we go. Where's the Bluetooth number? Someone tell me why. There it goes. Finally, Bluetooth's working again. Oh, God. Finally, Bluetooth's working again. Oh. Video. Getting set up, chat. Just give me a second here. Yeah. All right. Good evening, chat. I hope everyone is doing well on this lovely, lovely day. Maybe. We're gonna move this over here. Hmm. I wonder when the Type 11 is going to be available, chat. After all, they canceled the live streams, and a lot of people are like, where is the Type 11? Right? I don't blame folks for being a tad upset. The live streams being canceled. Nope. Completely understand. It's ridiculous. At least I think it is. All righty. Now, where are we? Who was that? Whoever they were, they just got offline. All right. Well, Chad, if you were checking in with me last time, I have just switched back to my Type 8 with the modified stuff. Ooh. All right. Now then, I'm at Wallen Sanctuary, which is my closest port to the system star. We are 2.64 light seconds from the sun. And even though this port is not quite yet active, it's selling some good stuff. Yes. Reasonably. Hoffman. Uh, so what context do we have here? Power context. System constant. There's a couple of things here. A gas giant, the large ice world. Here. How far out will we be driven? Long way out. Not really a great build spot. Doubt any of these are good. This is basically just a planetary site. Yeah, it's a red dwarf with just 4 spots. That is kind of sad. Someone's already here. So let's check some of the surrounding systems. None of these are popping up. Okay, so Gravedigger. Hold on. Let's go out, mine a bit, and use my keelback, which, contrary to people's belief, is a decent mining ship. It's an old ship, but the keelback is a good ship. Reasonably. It's not great, but it does do the job it needs to do. So its defenses, yes. Optional internals, yep. E5E. I can reduce the size of the refinery. Probably. I don't need a huge refinery. Yeah. Let's reduce the size of the refinery by another cargo rack. All right. Do I really need these 4? 80 cargo is plenty for simple mining in and out. I know. Well, this was an old mining ship. I don't even know what you'd use a keelback for anyways. How much is it worth? Keelback? Let's find out. Worth 7 million credits. Not really worth it much. Yeah. The behemoth. Or the old, sell the old keel. I mean, I understand why I kept it, but man, such an old ship. I know. I mean, the Type 8 is literally a better ship. It is. By far. Hmm. Eh. Keep it as a light explorer for now. Yuga. Imperial. Hmm. For 4. There. Imperial Eagle. Number 3. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, ship firing with them. Multi-cannons, lots of them. Mm-hmm. You have burst lasers. Mm-hmm. Good that did. Hopefully my ship's not overloaded. Hmm. The whole reinforcement packet. Do I really need it? Module reinforcement. Uh. Yeah, we're very, very niche. It'll lower the defenses a little bit. Not much. Hmm. Let's keep our defenses. Uh-huh. Didn't do anything though. There we go. Field target. They're gimbal bursts. Can I switch to something a little... Replace module. See if beam lasers are less. They are. Too much power. Pulse. There we go. They're fixed. Pulse laser. There we go. That's a bit better. So we went with pulse. Around. What did that lower our power draw to? 95%. Not bad. Good job. Right. All right, let's get to it. We're leaving the brand new asteroid base, Wallen Sanctuary.
Landing restraints released. You may leave when ready.
Yeah. Hey, Agent Chronicle. Yeah, doing good, man. I bonked into the side of the wall just now. I completed my space station. How are you? I managed to complete Wallen Sanctuary. Thanks to my friend who's not online at the moment. So finally, this base of operations
You are all clear to follow your predetermined
is
path.
ready to
The
go.
Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you a fond farewell.
Yeah, I wanted to do a quick look back to see what my space station looks like. See, here's my base right here next to the star. I was gonna do a couple of things, and I was gonna finish up with some space trucking today. So let's get out of here. And it's really close, so you have to park your fleet carrier reasonably close
Frameshift drive charging.
to the star.
4, 3, 2.
Not always a good thing, but it is what it is. It can be a bad thing though when you're building stuff, because it's hard to get stuff close to the star. We're gonna fly to Kaufman. Right now I'm hauling stuff for my colonies, but I can make money by selling stuff to my colonial building. But typically when I haul stuff, it's also mining stuff. Like ores, minerals like gold, platinum, things you mine, refine, and then sell. I'm hoping that the Type 11 comes out. Yeah, I do mine, yes. I'm hoping the Type 11 comes out in a few weeks, I hope. Because the Type 11 interests me as a mining vessel. It can be rewarding. Yeah. Watching a tutorial can definitely help you out. Definitely. So I have two orbital stations here. One around this moon and one around this planet. The moon's one is incomplete at the moment, but it'll be finished soon enough. Kaufman is... Oh, this is a combat ship at the moment. I'm checking the boards to see if I have any power play missions at the moment. But then I'm going to get into hauling stuff, hopefully, for my colony here in a minute. I'm double checking to see if there's been any changes at one of my landing zones here. That's where I'm heading to Kaufman. Here we go.
Docking request granted.
Have you played very long, Chronicle? I have a type.
Deployed.
I have a Type 8 hauling ship, a Panther Clipper Mark II, and a Type 9, depending on what I need.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Only a few days. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, like, here's some of the stuff you can haul to colonies that are being constructed. A lot of this stuff. Not all of it goes, but some of it does. Hmm. Burger. So many of these good ones. I could do these too. Yeah, doing those is always fun. There you go. How much is this? Ooh. Cannot. Yeah, shoot. I've been playing this since about 2014. Yeah. Off and on. I have about 1,000 hours in. It's been interesting. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Now, this is the settlement I would take the resources from. And as you can see, I have an orbital outpost 41.41 light seconds away. That's very short distance. That's my delivery site with the Type 8. So, let me show you something. On the system map, when you're building a colony, it gives you a number of how complete they are. This is complete here. Wallen is. But this is not. It's only 7% complete. But it does give you a list of things to get. Water, titanium, polymers, ceramic composites, CMM composite, and it pays you for it. You know, it's kind of feeds back into the market. Also, when you build a colony, it adds to your take from the system economy. You actually earn money. The bigger your colony is population-wise, the more money you get off of it. This colony only has 147,671 people. But if you look at my other one that I have, it's over 250,000. Yeah. So you've only been playing a few days. It's not discouraging. It takes time. Learning the ropes of this stuff. Sure has me. Hold up, I thought this was a colony. That's weird. All right. So, I'm gonna go grab a ship. Probably. Where are all my ships? Let's. All right, we're gonna be coming here with the Type 8.
Allowing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
For a little bit, anyways.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
Well, you can on fleet carriers, I guess, if you own them, or like your Org's fleet carrier. You know, kind of like a storage locker. Say you're building a colony, hypothetically, and you don't have time that night. You know, you got to get off. You've loaded it up, and you're like, oh no, I have an appointment in the morning. And you don't want to dock at a station, right? And you don't have enough cargo in your ship. That's what fleet carriers are good for. Well, there are groups you can join that have fleet carriers, or fleet carriers where you can store stuff. I wish it was as, storage efficiency as good as Star Citizen, but Elite kind of has a very narrow amount of what you can store. Yeah. Even SC has a locker system, They're working on it even more, but, it's still there, right? You would think Elite would have it, but I guess they don't. Is Elite similar to SC where it's modular? Where you like have your ship storage, your personal storage, and the station storage, and then the system storage, which is basically all the stuff you have around the system. Is it similar to Eve structure? Eh, it's alright. Honestly, this year I'm kind of disillusioned with it. A little bit. Not very happy with them. It is really close to the star.
DeLacy Alpha Romeo Romeo. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau is honored by your presence, Commander. Approval is granted. Proceed at your earliest convenience to pad 20.
I'm just amazed that I have a actual large settlement now in this game. One thing I'm not happy about Elite
Landing gear deployed.
is that they canceled the live stream. That kind of irritated me. I was starting to like the Frontier Elite
Landing
live streams every week.
when ready. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you to this facility, Commander.
On Star Citizen, yeah, you can run multiple accounts, but I only have one. Myself. Oh, Elite Dangerous? Just one. Alright. Yeah.
Landing gear retracted.
You have been disengaged from the dock. Depart when ready.
I hate having to wait in queue. Kind of dumb. Is he gonna run into us? Who are we waiting for? Okay, Chad. I think the flight computer's busted. Yeah, okay, yeah. I've been patient long enough. Silly computer. Yeah, I've heard Elite.
You have cleared the station.
You can have multiple accounts too, but I've never done it.
Wishes you a fond farewell.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Hmm. Yeah, I've only ever had one Elite account. I don't know why. I could have had more, but I just decided, one and done. I'm normally a lawful player. Although I do semi things for my chosen faction. You know? Alright. Our drop off point is around the moon, which is down here. Hmm. Yeah. My one regret with Elite is it feels so dead sometimes. The planets and the moons. Some of them just feel like they could spend a little more time brushing up the art. Just, I don't know how to say it. I have a minor in astronomy, and I've done some studies on exobiology, IRL. So I'm hoping at some point, if Elite continues to go for another 10 years,
Docking request granted.
they add more to the universe, of Elite. I'm hopeful. with this influx of money they're getting, Chronicle, from the new ships, they might.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
All right. Now, all right. We need 368 polymers. And 515 ceramic composites, maybe? Maybe they have ceramic composite. What's up, dude? Yeah, no worries, man. I've only been on a little bit. Ceramic composite. Okay, polymers. It did something about polymers. Oh, it's done. The one that I was building in this system, the big one's done. Fallen's done. Now I'm trying to complete this little guy way out here. 368. Otherwise, it's coming along pretty good. Okay. So we have polymers. Go with some liquid oxygen in this element. Liquid ox.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Going along great otherwise. All right.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Right.
Frame shift drive charging.
Here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Come on. Start moving.
orbital flight engaged.
Right.
Docking request granted.
Good. Thing about ships like this is it's smaller and lighter than a Type 9 or a Panther. I mean, sure, you can get attacked easier. Once you're in range.
Scan detected. Warning, landing gear not deployed. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Well, that was kind of a weird glitch. There we go. 10%. That took us from 7% to 10%. Not bad. Right. Now, where is the ceramic composites in this system? Yeah. So the steel, titanium, and ceramics are going to be a pain tonight. Yeah. Coming along great, though, Dark Side. Yeah, I've seen, and there's some interesting stuff coming down the pike. I've been keeping an eye on both games, kind of, sorta, you know. Those ASD or whatever locations, the other ones, they remind me a lot of Starfield locations, but they're a lot more hard.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released.
A lot harder is the word I want to say. Plus, the reward of some rare loot armor is pretty cool to me. In my opinion. You know, the fact that you get a rare armor, the Geist armor, I like that aspect a lot. Huh. All right. But yeah, I've been following both games for quite some time, and it never ceases to amaze me how much things have changed in the span of a few weeks. Hold on just a second. Double checking something. Oh, my nose. Feels like I'm gonna sneeze, but I'm not going to. Hate it. How about yourself? How about you, Dark Side? Have you? Yeah, the ASD locations are dangerous places. I don't recommend going in there alone. Definitely not. They're not for lonely people wanting a divine connection, so to speak. Do one more delivery.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, and that's not even the top of it, Dark Side. There's supposed to be a whole nother wing. The 2 wings we got, there's supposed to be an entirely another couple of wings coming to that in this next patch with the Apollo. And a lot of people are theorizing that this Dr. Jort is supposed to be our equivalent of Salvation. Somebody actually said that. Our equivalent of Salvation. Some dude who's so unhinged, so unethical, he's going to be a real danger. That's what I kind of think. Actually, nobody else said that, but I'm saying it. He's like an unhinged version of the Salvation character. Remember him from Elite? That dude was unhinged. Yeah, Jord is supposed to be a big bad. And a lot of people are thinking this next mission where he's a bad guy, we might get a giant middle finger from him stating he knows we're on his trail, but we won't find him. You know, kind of like the traditional bad guy banter bullcrap.
Docking request denied.
What? How dare you deny greatness?
Docking request denied.
Yeah. Why am I being denied doc? How dare you deny greatness? I'm joking, of course.
Docking request granted.
This is, of course, a joke, Darkseid. I do not mean this hilariously. This is why I don't like these things, these outposts. They're a joke. You can only dock like one medium ship at them. Pads are full. Go away, loser! That's your way of saying go away, loser. Really? Pads are full. Go away, loser!
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright. So, we were delivering some liquid oxygen down. But let's deliver some more.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Right. Polymers were done. Liquid O2. This will be one of 3 more trips. I need to do 3 trips, basically. Of liquid O2. Pads are full.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
I know, it gets annoying after a while. There's a reason why I have systems up. That's so that shields are at good capacity.
Frameshift drive charging.
In case I do get jumped, that way I can keep my shields up.
2, 1.
I shouldn't worry though. This is a medium, so it's relatively fast. It is a relatively fast vessel. Imperial Courier, not good. I don't like how this is so close to this moon. Like hugging it, basically.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, I used to hate that too.
Landing gear retracted. successful. Engines disengaged.
Logging and relogging. Always fun. Yep. Oh, that just made me a cool million. There it goes, 12%. Not bad. Not bad, chat. All right. It's good.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Honestly, I shouldn't worry here because this is technically under system operations or whatever it's called. Should be able to finish this up pretty quickly.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yep. I know the feeling, Dark Side. Got annoying after a while, didn't it?
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Oh, you got stuck real bad, went to bed, and the next day I was still getting denied? Oh my god, no! Just no! Oh, that would be the end of it for me. Jeez Louise, man. Right. Hmm. Huh. All right. Get one more full load of liquid oxygen.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right. So for the liquid O2, we have roughly 2 more deliveries. Yes, roughly 2. And then we have whatever else I could throw in it. Yeah, after this. Probably start with the steel. All right.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right.
Docking request granted.
That's a good question. I've heard nothing. We only know speculation at the moment, I would say. Some serious speculation. I would say we might have an ISC this month. We're probably due for one. Oh, shoot.
Landing gear deployed.
That's what I'm wondering too. When is it? You know? And something that big's going to coincide with a massive change in gameplay, technically, for the game, you know, because they've said it's coming with a huge update to medical Dark-Sided. So that needs to be watched carefully, you know, very carefully. I don't know what they're talking about per se, but a lot of people are thinking it could be, yeah, we know it's this month. I would say middle of the month, maybe here in a week or two, we'll get a definitive answer. Well, we do know the roadmap roundup is this week, which would be Wednesday. Hold on. For Ship Showdown's final two, I voted Asgard, even though it's going to lose. I think the Asgard should win over the Polaris. It's a much more accessible ship than everything else that's been on there. It's not, you know, $1,000 ship. It's like a couple hundred. It's a far more accessible ship. I feel sad that it's losing to the Polaris. Even though the Polaris is a prominent ship, it's rather close. But I digress. We had This Week in Star Citizen. There it is. Okay. This week we have the subscriber newsletter getting updated. Jump Point. Monday is today. Now, here's something weird, Darkside. Wednesday, servers and performance platform services will be offline for 4 hours, starting at 11 UTC. For routine maintenance. Also on Wednesday, we will be publishing the August 2025 PDU monthly report. Wednesday will be the Squadron 42 newsletter everybody's been looking forward to. And Friday will be the RSI newsletter. So, might learn something from either the Jump Point, the PU monthly report, or the newsletter on Friday. Hopefully. We have 3 chances this week. If not, probably next week or sometime soon.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Yeah. Yep. Is it just me or is this moon green in color? Kind of a green and gray color? Kind of odd. Funky color.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. We're starting to get back into the busy. Oh, Dark Side. Don't forget, the Squadron 42 goodie bag should be out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe even less. I don't think it'll be this week, but maybe next week or the week after. The goodie bag will be available. We might get a glimpse of what the Citizen Con digital goodie bag should be available in the next 2 weeks, which by my calendar would be the 15th, right? So by the 15th, we should know when our goodie bag will be available, and we might get a general idea of Citizen Con's contents, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm hoping we get at least a little news on Nyx and Castra since they were announced last year. You know, kind of a progress report, where we stand with them. They don't have to say, hey, they're going to be out this year, next quarter. You know, they can tell us, hey, man, hey, what's up? What up?
Docking request granted.
Hope you're doing well.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, the doggo is important. Doggo is very important. Gotta take care of doggo.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yeah, no worries.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right. I'm probably gonna. No.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
All right.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
What's up?
Docking request granted.
What up, guys? Killer DXD? What's going on?
Landing gear deployed.
You're a new person? Or are you tonight? How goes it? Good. Middle of a construction run. Yep. Space construction. Colonies don't build themselves. You know? Space tricking yourself, huh?
Engines disengaged.
Gotcha. All right, we're almost at 20%. Space tricking's good. That's good. All right, let's get some steel and whatever else. Look at those. Thank you, David Davis 10. Oh, Miller XD. Sorry. Trying to read your name. I apologize. Getting a lot of new people tonight. Not a bad thing. You got your first one yesterday, starting the station in One Planet Station. Oh, you got the starting station done. Awesome. That's awesome. Getting that, you know what the thing is? Getting the starting station done is the pain. The big pain. Getting it started, getting it done, depending on what it is, you know, it's whatever it is. Yeah. 2-year break, huh? Gotcha. Can't say I blame you.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I actually had a longer break. I was evil. I played the other space game, if you want to call it a game. Though, to be honest, compared to when... Okay, I'm going to be honest. As somebody who actively plays all of these, Miller, you know? As somebody who's played more than just Star Citizen, I'll put it this way. I've played Elite. I've played Sins of a Solar Empire. I've played... What's an RTG? Well, that's RTG. Empire at War. Back when I used to have it on my computer. Classic Star Wars game. Have you ever played Empire at War and all the mods?
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
There's so many new games now. Yeah, Star Citizen surprised me with the what did they call them, facilities last couple of weeks? They're much more compelling dungeons than Zelda. I'll put it this way. You know how Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom went away from the old Zelda format? I never really liked that. You know, how they went away from the old dungeons, each region of the map, you know, and that kind of bummed me out. I get my dungeon fix now from the Onyx facilities and these ASD places. Plus, there's a storyline to them that's really dark. Almost Resident Evil early dark. You know? Sorry if I'm talking about Star Citizen at the moment, folks, but a lot of people need to understand these facilities. I hope they keep adding to them. You know, like fleshing them out, making them more than just shells to visit, you know? Imperium. I've heard the name, but I've never played it.
Docking request granted.
I've heard the name vaguely, but I've never tried it. And I want to welcome you. Yeah, I wish they'd also invest more in the industrial. I'm an industrial player myself. A large number of my ships are actually industrial. Not all of them are combat killers. You get what I'm saying? Killer or Miller? Man, it's hard to read your name. Color. Sorry. That dark red. Oof. Sorry.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So it's more like Survival Citizen than Star Citizen. In a way. You know, you have to gather the resources to improve your ship. Hmm. Oh, just kicked my foot. Hold on. Okay. I have the last of the oxygen. Ceramic composites I need. And water I need. Believe it or not, it's on. The servers are going offline Wednesday for 4 hours just for maintenance. I think that's a good thing that they've started doing this maintenance on servers just like Elite. Because that means they are doing some level of bug fixing. Not enough, but it's a start, Miller. You know, they could do more, though. In my opinion. A lot more. You steal. They need to do a lot more.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
How long ago was that? Out of curiosity. Must have been during that really bad patch.
Frameshift drive charging.
Servers are running okay-ish right now, but even I will say they could be better.
Engage.
I haven't personally had any issues, and I'm a streamer. Which is rather weird. You would think I'd have a ton of issues with all the stuff on my computer. You know? My computer's fairly old now. It's about 2-3 years old. But I did hardwire it for heavy gaming.
Orbital flight engaged.
That's the thing. I don't know, Darkside. It said server maintenance.
Docking request granted.
Gotta take victories where you can. Server, oh, some of it is server related now.
Landing gear deployed.
Because now that we've moved to server meshing, a lot of it has moved over to servers. Cool. That's awesome.
Landing gear retracted. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
There we go. 20%. Nice. No more liquid oxygen to haul either. Good. Now I need somewhere to go to get ceramic composites. From what I understand, quite a bit did, but I don't know the particulars myself. Think about it. We're at 650 players now per server. We're not at 100 people per server. There has to be some sort of give.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
When you get into the hundreds and even thousands of players, they have to start shifting some of that load to servers. So I'm wondering what percentage of it is. Probably not as much as I would like. but we'll see.
Scan detected. Frameshift drive charging.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Uh, I was under the assumption a lot of it was client side related. Yeah. But that could be. How many? Well. Hmm. Uh, Let's switch to the Panther. Panther might make things go a little quicker here. Yep. All right. All right. Come on. Yeah, I've covered bits and pieces of it.
Romeo, the Imperial Flight Operations Bureau is most pleased to have you visit, Commander.
I think it's pretty interesting.
Access is now granted. We have prepared for your arrival on pad 07. We are ready to engage the automatic docking system.
I think it's fascinating, this mystery. And a lot of people are thinking that we may start getting some of these uncharted systems opened up. Think about it. The endpoint system, I'm not going to say what it is, because people in chat need to see it for themselves. Is region lock, or system locked. Yeah, system locked. Behind a gate. So I think it's really fascinating.
Landing gear deployed.
See, my station here is not even fully deployed yet, but it will be soon. Already a fully functional space station, though.
Touchdown confirmed. Commencing offload. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you to this facility, Commander.
I'm hoping we get more of these expanded modules. The ships like the Keelback will be really important. Yeah, burr pits definitely the whole thing's interesting. All right. All right. Let's see what we need. The frog, as I call it. Derp the frog. We have water here. We have steel and titanium. Oh. We don't need. We do need steel and titanium. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I'd be lying if I said I think it's not. There we go. Now, anything else I can pick up from here and deliver? Ceramic composites, if they have. And they don't. Let's go ahead and see how much room I have left.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
There we go. The frog, as I call it. Because look at this ship. Look at this ship, chat. Does this not look like a frog to anyone? It looks like a giant freaking toad.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing restraints released. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting.
This frog is enormous, too. Did you not? Alright. Where are we going?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I think Burr Pitt's dead on. He thinks it's something exobio. I don't think it's Rexla. I mean, it could be, but really? Why would they introduce in-game material so soon if, you know, stuff is selling like the Panther and other ships, you know, things that are making money, right? Things like the Panther, Clipper are making big money for Elite now. That's my argument. I don't think it's Rex. I initially did, but I don't think it's Rexla. I could be wrong. They said next week we'll know more, but I'm kind of hedging my bet it ain't Rex. I would love for it to be Rexla, don't get me wrong, but that's wishful thinking. I think Rexla will be one of the very last things we ever solve in this game. If ever. Or whatever potential Elite successor there is. What do you think of that theory, Darkside? I don't think it's Rexla. I really don't. I think it's something exobio related due to the consortium involved. I mean, I could well be wrong. We all could be wrong. Hell, even Burr could be wrong. They may have thrown Burr's community a red herring. Everyone loves a good mystery. But the best part is being the one to solve it. I don't know what to think. I guess we'll have to see what it is, because yeah, until we get definitive answers for what it is or what the professor's student has found, we don't know anything. All right, let me check something, chat. I am hoping we get some idea of what it is going forward. So I hope this doesn't turn out to be some dead end mystery we never solve. That's my hope. It's not a dead end that we never solve. Yeah. Hang on, chat. Are you still there, Dark Side? All right. So hmm. Oh, darn. Yeah. Exobiology mystery. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping it might lead to something related to planets. You know, like different planet types. Maybe finally we'll get some with deeper atmospheres, maybe limited weather. Remember, they've had a huge influx in cash from all the purchasable ships, Dark Side. It wouldn't hurt to do an engine refresher this late in the game, you know, for newer shit in for newer PCs. It can only help your product. So I've so far on this build gone up from something to 26%. All that's left is ceramic, TMM, steel, titanium, and water. So that's it. The big five. Well, the next, okay. I might have to quantum out to get rid of ceramic, water, and titanium. Well, where do I go for that stuff? None of it I can get in my system. I want to say some mansing, maybe? Yep. I saw that and I'm like, well, what does that mean? You know? It's like, well, what in the thunder does that mean? Right? It could mean anything. Yeah, I think we'll have to see. It's one of those wait and see what happens kind of things. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think there's more coming. I am, before this stream rolls out ends, gonna visit that system they talk about. You know, the one at the end of the path. It's marked way out here. If you want to know where it is, the system he talks about. I do too. Probably gonna go out. Okay. Coal. I love these mysteries too. They're okay. It is coal sector, coal, COL 359. 359. Call 359 sector AE dash. Look at all these permit lock systems. Hey, Dark Side, look at this out here. Look at all these friggin' permit lock systems. No, they're not permit locked, but you can't build out here. Can you travel out here even? $18 jumps. Now, let's go to system map. Yeah, well, let's plot a course back to Wallen. We're gonna go get my exploration ship. We're gonna go on a little trip, boys and girls. We're gonna go to the darkest parts of the universe.
Scan detected.
Yep. I think it's been bought by the October Consortium. They literally have their own freaking enclave out there. Or there's something going on out there. Hint, hint. Because look at the map. Look at the map. Look how far out this is. This is boondoggle out in the middle of nowhere. This is out toward what is this? V923 Aquila. But look at this. This is a 37 light year region. This is in the middle of nowhere. There are systems out here that you can colonize. Looks like some clever cats were already building out here, so they've been grafted in, so to speak. See this? This is a colony. So there are some civilian colonies out here. But is it this whole region? I think it's this whole region in here. It's a sphere, a bubble.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're going to go find out what's up in this region. I'm going to go grab my modified asp. The only reason I'm using this asp is it can jump 70 light years almost with one go. And it's got stripped down everything, you know, modified this, that, and the other thing. And it is a modified with a Guardian jump module, level 4. So it's not a cheap device, you know what I mean? We're gonna go grab my asp. All right. Yeah. Well, I don't. It's not readily modified. I don't have any really modified better ships right now. I am working on them though. I have a Mandalay in progress and a Corsair or something that's being worked on that is way better than some of my other ships. Then I have my positively ancient Diamondback, which has some very good upgrades on it.
Zorgon Peterson, Alpha, Romeo, Romeo. Welcome to this Imperial facility. It is a pleasure to have you, Commander. Access is now granted. Proceed at your earliest convenience to pad 17. We are ready to engage the automatic docking system.
Yeah, this is what I love. This ship. It's such a big beast, but it's easy to land relatively. This asteroid base is my new home. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get some stuff modified on my Mandalay a little bit better, like longer jump range and like a Guardian jump module. But that means I need to do a visit to Guardian space at some point. You know, a full visit to Guardian space, picking up module fragments and other documents. I'm just gonna have to grind it again. Last time I was there, I earned the Guardian Starfighter, the Trident.
Deployed.
All right, we're gonna switch because look at how many jumps it takes to get there.
Landing successful.
We ain't
Lockdown
doing that.
initiated. We are glad to have you with us at this station, Commander.
Okay, jump range is roughly 72 light years. That's some really good upgrades. Long range sensor. Oh, it's got a 5th frame shift drive booster. It's unarmed, but My Mandalay's faster and better armed, though. Well, this is the second highest jump rank. It'll do almost 50. Yeah. It's either the Mandy or the other one. What about the Cobra? Yeah, it's 35. It's either this guy or this guy. Frankly, I'd prefer this guy. The Corsair is nowhere near the jump rank. No. Alright, let's do... Yeah, let's see the Mandalay. Use this ship. How much longer is the jump range? Surely not 18. Surely a much shorter jump range. 10 jumps. Okay. We have 10 jumps here. Whole 285 sector, yeah. It'll hit 50 light years. It does. My current ships are not great. The Mandalay here is pretty good, though. See? Let's change the color. I've had this red-brown for a while. Go with Griffin Steel. Take off in this guy.
Your ship is released. Depart when ready.
Landing gear retracted. Frame shift charge detected.
Do it. Yeah.
You are all clear to follow your predetermined
Okay, so I can jump about 40 light years per jump. So that's good. Do it.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah, that's a good policy there, Dark-Sided. Really good policy.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Listen. It is smart policy to generally have what you need close enough.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
It does. It takes a bit to get good enough to do stuff like that.
System scan complete.
Then they're wondering. All right, we have 8 jumps ahead of us.
Frameshift drive charging.
T4 star. Yep.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Good policy. The planet around this? Kind of planet. empty planet you can build on. Does somebody own this? Now this is a nice little system. Very interesting.
System scan complete.
No atmosphere either. And a neon. And a biological. Very interesting. A lone planet out here is a biological. Very, very interesting. Tempted to take a detour, but I'll just mark the system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Not yet. Shinra I cannot spell that.
3, 2, 1.
The highest rank I currently have is Tycoon, which is why I've been doing a lot of colonization to try to get to an elite rank. You know, at least, right?
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
You have to have an elite rank to go there, right? Shinra Dizara?
4, 3, 2.
At least that was my understanding.
Fuel scooping.
Sorry, I'm having to refuel. I'm hoping they start selling these enormously good new parts there.
Fuel scooping complete.
You know, the new modules? It might. I'm also working on my Explorer rank by scanning and selling data. I'm a Ranger right now. Well, Yep, exploration. It always has been exploration. Which is why while I'm doing this, I'm also working on my exploration rank a bit. Currently, I'm Ranger, I believe. Huh. I'm missing a planet. Maybe over here? There it is.
System scan complete.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
See my rank? Ranger's getting there. I think I'm getting close to elite on it.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Wow.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Data dump, yep. Biological helps too, doesn't it?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't pay for paid streams, bro. Go, advertise yourself somewhere else in a corner.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
I really do need a moderator when I get bigger. Dark side, you know, I'm just gonna hire somebody if I ever get big enough, you know, to filter out some of these spams. Wow.
Fuel scooping.
This solar system's enormous.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Does anyone live here? Nope. Totally uncolonized. This is an uncolonized system, and it's massive. You know what? That's it. I'm going to scan for a minute. Here we go, Dark Side. We're going to see what we have here. I'm going to fly north of the ecliptic a bit. You know why I'm doing this, right? So I can just scan every planet and object. See? And fly a few hundred. And stop. See what we got. Ooh, an ammonia world. Where? Ammonia. Right. Goid, maybe? A Goid planet? Your high metal content planets. Sorry I'm taking my time here, dude. Ooh, rain. Marine Jovian. The atmosphere. Water world. We have a water world. Nice. An ocean planet. It wasn't an ammonia, it was an ocean planet. Nice job, me.
System scan complete.
Nice. So what do we have? This is the system we have. Beautiful. And over here is a water world. Wow. Look at this system. Wow. Beautiful.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Fuel scooping.
But remember, it's been a while since I've done any exploration. I think the furthest I've explored out was Antares. Out Antares, I just branched out and went to every little system I went to. I might try some of that too. But this system seems pretty unexplored. Yeah, the Vale is my goal. I've been to the coal sack a few times, the region in and around it, but I don't think I've been to the Vale yet. I need to, at some point, journey that far.
System scan complete.
So we had 2 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
We have 2 jumps, folks, before we arrive at our target system.
Four, three, two, one.
Whoa, this is a giant.
Fuel scooping.
An object.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
What do we have here? Yeah, let's scan this system before I move on. It looks like there's an Earth-like here. Yep, there's an Earth-like. Or a water world. Water world. That's the second water world in a row I've hit tonight. With the moon. Like I said, I haven't played a long trek career in a while in Elite. Yeah.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
All right, we're arriving, chat.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Well, we're here. Wherever here is. Seven biologicals? Unholy hell, this system's crowded. Other. Human? Other. I think that might be our target. Chat. It's finishing. Geological. A lot of biologicals in this system. Missing 3. Squadron carrier. Okay, so what we got here?
System scan complete.
All right, let's look at the map. So what do we got? What's this globe? Are we sure we're in the right system? Go this way. See if we can locate this other thing. All right. This was surface scanning.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Nice. What do we got? There's something. Where the communications begin. There it is. Bingo. All right, here we go. Comms beacon located.
Incoming message.
Okay. Permit lock system. So what's the system? let's see which one it is, chat. So the system that's permit locked is, and I'm gonna bookmark it for future reference, chat. Permit request. HIP 87621. Bookmark location. So I have bookmarked the location in the event it ever does pop up. So where is it on the galactic map from us? Okay, so it's up and above us. Where are we in the galaxy? A long way out here. We're quite far. We're out in the core. 57 Hydrays out here. I think I've been out here. I haven't been to this system yet. This was a system I was going to travel to at some point. 417 light years away from me. So how far is that in jump time? Jumps. Let's see. 10 jumps. Well. Shoot. You still there, Dark Side? That was interesting. So I bookmarked the location of that system, which I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it or not, but we'll see. Hopefully we do. Are you kidding me? Somebody settled Antares. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody settled a name stars system. Who the thunder came out here? Somebody settled Antares. I haven't been out there in a long time. So, right. Shoot. Oh, yes. Well, chat, I am gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have to get dinner. I may be back on here in a few minutes. We'll see. But yeah. I'm really curious what this system is. Are they testing something? Is there some massive secret organization running around in this system hiding shit? Who knows? I mean, it could be anything. We just don't know, guys. Just don't know. The big number. Where did that come? I don't know. I don't know if anyone's there or not, but I will be back in a bit. I'm going to raid whoever's online right now. To raid somebody real quick, and then I'll be back. Hopefully, raid Starcat. I've never raided her before. Them before. Sorry, guys.